how are you doing? And today I'm gonna be reviewing Raiders of the Lost Ark, directed by Steven Spielberg and produced by George Lucas. This film tells the story of Indiana Jones as he tries to recover the Ark of the Covenant before the Nazis do. I adore this film. This film inspired me as a kid to pretend to be Indiana Jones, and every time I did it, I had so much fun doing it. Harrison Ford is amazing in this film. There couldn't have been another actor who could have done a better job. He was great in this role, and even his introduction was very subtle but very impactful. Karen Allen as Marion was also really good. The female character who was not a damsel in distress every time, she was feisty. She could handle herself on her own. There were some secondary characters that I felt were expendable. For example, Sapito, played by Alfred Molina, or Major Todd, portrayed by Ronald Lacey, or even Colonel Dietrich, portrayed by Wolf Kahler. They were all expendable characters, and it is sad. Let's talk about the villain of this film, which is René Belloc, portrayed by Paul Freeman. He did a fantastic job. He was so charming and menacing at the same time. I felt he was a great written character. The interactions between Belloc and Indiana Jones were fantastic. Every time that both of those characters and actors delivered their lines, it gave me goosebumps every time. Because they built tension between each other, and that is what great written characters supposed to do. John Rhys as Salah. He is so funny. He is the heart of this movie. How can I forget him? He is such a great actor, and he gave a great performance in this film. The relationship between Indy and Marion is priceless. Every time they argue, it seems as though both characters have had a tumultuous past. And they also feel as if they were a real couple in real life. Okay, let's talk about the script while we're at it. Wow, Lawrence Kasdan created a perfect script. Now I would like to talk about, of course, the cinematography of this movie is amazing. It's breathtaking. Every shot was well crafted with so much precision. I love it. Oh, and let's not forget, the visual effects of this film are incredible. They even still hold up. For example, the death of the three villains. Satipo's death. Believe it or not, I think this movie, for its time, was really violent and bloody. For example, the fights with the giant or the gunfight in Nepal. Now I want to talk about my favorite scenes in the entire movie. Okay, let's talk about the iconic scene of the temple when Indy and Satipo are looking for the idol. That scene is so tense. I can't explain it, man. The scene, wow, it is really good. The truck chase scene, I gotta give it to Harrison Ford again. He is amazing in this movie. You just have to look up the truck chase in Raiders of the Lost Ark. He did all of his stunts. And even when he was pummeled by one of those soldiers, Harrison Ford gave it all for this film. And I do believe every part of his performance. It's so great. The other scene, of course, the kiss scene. I adore this scene. Marion says, "Stop being a baby." And Indy replies, "I really don't need a nurse."
Wow.
Well, goddamn it, Indy, where doesn't it hurt?
Here. Here.
It's an adorable scene and I love it. Every time it makes me feel so good inside. Another great scene is the fight scene with the swordsman. Alright, little known fact that everyone, including the cast and crew, got food poisoning, and when they shot this scene, Harrison Ford was feeling so sick. Steven Spielberg shot this scene on the fly and it looks impeccable. Every time I see that scene, I laugh out loud because of how obnoxious and hilarious the scene is. The swordsman is with the sword like that to impress, and then Indiana Jones just goes, "Oh, come on." Bah! And then every time, it gets me every single time that I see this film, and I love that scene. Before the truck chase scene, so Sala says to Indy, "Well, how are you gonna catch up to that truck?" And Indy replies, "Like I always do, I improvise." And then out of nowhere, Indy goes back riding on a horse, and we get the best scene in the entire movie, which is the truck chase scene. Another scene that I love in this movie is when Indy and Sala are in the Well of Souls discovering the Ark of the Covenant. Is such an amazing scene, and I love it every time because in the Well of Souls, as everyone knows, there are many snakes, and Indiana Jones hates snakes. Even in the beginning of the movie, when Indiana Jones saves himself from the Ovitos tribe, he gets on the water plane and sees Chuck's pet snake. He says, "I hate snakes, Chuck! I hate them! I hate snakes!" And yeah, he does hate snakes. Even before going into the Well of Souls, Sala cracks a joke, and I love it every single time. He says, "Snakes. You go first," he tells Indy. And Indy's like, "What the hell? Why are you trying to make me go in first? Why?" John Williams' score is fantastic. And you know, we don't even listen to the main theme of Raiders of the Lost Ark until Indiana Jones saves himself from the Ovitos tribe. That's where we first listen to the iconic theme of Indiana Jones, and it's fantastic. I cannot recommend enough this score. John Williams is a master. I really recommend people listen to John Williams. He will be remembered for the ages. If there were to be any mini complaints or flaws that I have with this movie, is the conversation between Belloc and Marion. This scene should have been cut from the movie. It slows down the film a little bit, but the pace catches up real quick, so I don't know. In my opinion, I would have cut this scene from the movie, and I would have put it on the special features, honestly. All in all, this film is magnificent. It has great characters, a beautiful screenplay, impressive visual effects. This movie is timeless. Raiders of the Lost Ark absolutely gets a 10. Hope you've enjoyed this review of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Please give this video a huge thumbs up and all the good stuff. Comment below what you thought of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and as always, take care, and I'll see you next time. Even in the beginning of the movie, where Indy saves himself from the Ovitos tribe, when he gets on the water boat, on the water plane, right?